is the Dana Loesch Show. We talk about stuff.
It starts now. Two more presidential candidates are in. Hillary Clinton, she threw her hat in the ring yesterday while everybody was at church. Now, they have since shown nothing but gushing red Valentine hearts love and excitement over everything Hillary does.
She cares nothing about women. She cares nothing about minorities. She cares nothing about regular folks. Hillary Clinton cares about one thing: Hillary Clinton.
There's no plan B. Hillary is it. Hillary is the plan for 2016. There's no plan B.
I want to take a moment now to discuss a very serious topic. Hillary Clinton's Chipotle order, above average. Yeah, I don't have enough thumbs to give up for it. So if the last 6 years have just really been about keeping the rich rich and the poor poor, then what does that say about the party platform? I mean, in all seriousness, this is a common issue. When a two-term president is leaving office, how do you run effectively against your own party's, well, what they view as accomplishments? This election is already shaping up to be the most expensive in history. It's already estimated that Hillary Clinton will raise as much as $2.5 billion for her bid.
She, in her own rhetoric, talks about automatic weapons and machine guns, which is incorrect.
Yes.
I mean, these weapons are not the ones that are being used in these mass shootings. They're all semi-automatic guns. The things that they...
But they're black and they look shooty. Yeah. Now, Rubio is an interesting candidate, to say the least. And importantly, he's not Jeb Bush. I'm standing outside of Gas Monkey Garage, which, of course, if you're a fan of cars, if you're a fan of Fast and Loud, you know exactly where this place is. And you know who's inside. We're going to talk to Richard Rawlings.
The crushed Cobra back there is actually the Cobra from Iron Man, the movie. And so like when he's learning to fly in the garage and he falls on his own cars, that's actually the car.
With reckless abandon, individuals with no thought or consideration for the safety and well-being of others have been updating their Facebook profiles with opinions.
What is your problem?
It's a news story.
It's a Facebook post. Can you guys get out of my office?
Oh my gosh, there's Stu. There's Stu. Let's get him. Alert the mob. Stu, what do you think about Glenn Beck's office looking like a Restoration Hardware catalog? Allegations have surfaced on Facebook. Stu, get him. I had such a great time at the NRA convention in Nashville. We unveiled Guns and Ammo, the magazine cover, and I'm so honored and humbled to have been the first woman in over 50 years on the cover of this magazine.
It's something like 30,000 people could have been carrying at this convention. So the lie was beyond horrendous. It's embarrassing for the New York Times. They didn't get as far as going to the NRA website.
Wait a minute, hold up. It sounds like you actually research your stories. Nowhere, though, has the assault on the Second Amendment been more obvious than in Washington, D.C., where gun rights have been all but completely repealed, just removed. They're gone.
They deal with a really high crime rate and a lot of problems, and they are left by design and by law pretty much defenseless.
Boom.
That's what happens in my house when sandwiches don't get made. If you've been laissez-faire about border security, recent terrifying news out of Judicial Watch might change your mind. ISIS? They've been setting up camp just a few miles outside of El Paso, Texas.
When you talk to the public affairs officers in their offices in Washington, D.C., they don't deny it, they just say they can't confirm it.
At what point is the administration going to say, oh, you guys are undermining these negotiations, you're being horrible, all of you states, and then at what point will the Ayatollah come after us and say, oh, your states are just acting ignorantly, for the lack of a better way to put it? He would say something much more colorful, I'm sure.
And he'd say it on Twitter.
Right.
But I think the Ayatollah is basically going to rely on President Obama and his administration to do his dirty work for him.
I think we're arguing over smoke and mirrors in many ways, because I don't think we have an agreement. I mean, even the most fundamental things, will we have access to military installations? The U.S. says we will. Iran says very clearly you will not.
Are you freaked out enough yet? I mean, have I got your attention?